You can lose money, status, friends, or even your health. But there's something that, once spent, never returns: time. And yet, ironically, it's what we treat with the most carelessness. What would your life be like if you started seeing time as your most precious asset, not as an infinite resource? Have you truly been living according to what matters? Or are you just surviving on autopilot? These are uncomfortable but necessary questions. Because in the end, life isn't short. It only seems that way when we waste it. And as Seneca reminds us, it's not that we have little time, but that we lose much of it. Inspired by the powerful essay, On the Shortness of Life, by Lucius Annaeus Seneca, today you will discover the 10 main Stoic teachings about time management, timeless lessons that can transform not only your productivity, but the very meaning of your existence. Treat time as a rare commodity. You wouldn't hand your credit card to just anyone, right? Yet you give away your time, often to things and people that make no real difference in your life. Seneca wrote, "You will find no one willing to share their money, but everyone shares their life." The idea is simple. If time were visible like money, no one would waste it. But since we can't see it leaving our account, we treat it as limitless. Try assigning a monetary value to your hour. $12? $20? Now multiply that by the hours you lose to pointless distractions. Would it be $1,000 a month wasted? If that money were withdrawn from your bank account, would you accept it passively? Probably not. But with time, many do. And they pay the highest price for it, a life without meaning. Do it now. The enemy is, later. While you postpone, life speeds up. Procrastination may seem harmless at first, but it's a treacherous habit. Seneca warns, waiting not only increases the chance of not doing the task, but we also can't count on having a tomorrow to postpone it again. How many times have you said, "I'll start Monday. I'll change next month"? But the truth is, if you're not starting now, you've already started avoiding. The time you wait to live is the time you're letting die. Try this. Make a list of your dreams and goals. Now, set real deadlines, not vague ideas. And most importantly, begin something today. Because while you wait for the perfect moment, life moves on without asking permission. Live for yourself. Don't just exist. How many people do you know who reach 60 without ever truly living? Seneca provokes us. Don't judge that someone has lived long because of their wrinkles or white hair. They just existed for a long time. Being busy is the perfect excuse to avoid introspection. But being busy with what doesn't fulfill you is life's greatest distraction. Most of us live to meet obligations, but forget to live for ourselves. You show up to work, meet deadlines, please others, but are absent from yourself. Ask yourself, if I had more time, what would I do? If I could change something now, what would it be? These questions may reveal more than 1,000 New Year's resolutions. And remember, saying no to what drains you is saying yes to what revives you. Stop living in standby mode. Seneca states, "He who plans each day as if it were his last neither longs for nor fears tomorrow." How often have you postponed happiness thinking, "When I retire, when I buy that thing, when things calm down"? But the truth is that idealized future may never come. Planning is wise. Postponing life is waste. At life's end, people don't regret lost money. They regret unlived time. Time is like a stream in the desert. You don't know how long it will keep flowing. Drink now. Live now. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Turn long-term rewards into short-term action. The biggest obstacle to life, according to Seneca, is expectation. We want results, but fear the process. We fool ourselves thinking that at some future moment, motivation will arrive by itself. But motivation doesn't come from desire. It comes from disciplined action. A powerful tip: pair unpleasant tasks with immediate rewards. For example, only check social media after completing a certain task. This is a way to trick your brain, turning effort into gratification. And the more you build this habit, the more your mind learns to act, not just to wish. Reflect on your past to act better in the present. Unlike most modern productivity methods, Seneca advises, do not neglect the past. In it lies the map to your future. Reflecting on your story is not about living in the past, but extracting lessons. What mistakes do you unconsciously repeat? What brought you here? What shaped who you are? If you don't look back honestly, you risk repeating patterns forever. And more, reviewing your progress reminds you of how far you've come, even if you don't always realize it. Use your free time wisely. We work hard to earn two things, money and free time. But paradoxically, we treat the latter as worthless. Seneca said, life is long enough to accomplish great things if well invested. But how many of your free hours are wasted on empty distractions? Your free time is sacred. Use it to nurture what energizes you. Read, meditate, write, connect with loved ones. Do something that adds value to your mind, body, and soul. If you say you don't have time for this, maybe you're just handing your time over to nothingness. The wisdom of time. Stoicism in everyday life. Stop wasting time on trivialities. How often have you caught yourself spending minutes, or even hours, on things you know deep down are irrelevant? Seneca firmly reminds us, if such people want to know how short their lives are, let them reflect on how little is truly theirs. We live in a time when the trivial masquerades as urgent. A vibrating phone, a ping, a scroll that never ends. But at the end of the day, what really mattered? How many important decisions or meaningful moments did you miss because you were lost in digital distractions? Social media, games, videos, and useless debates consume us without us noticing. And ironically, if someone kept asking for $20, you'd likely say no. Yet people ask for your time, through messages, notifications, calls, and you give it freely. Time is more valuable than money. And unlike money, it doesn't return. You don't have to be extreme and cut everything, but you must be selective. Saying yes to what lifts you up is saying no to what drains you. Invest your time in creating memories. Seneca reminds us, as life rushes on, death approaches, and you have no choice in the matter. That's why our time must be well used. And the best return we can get is through meaningful experiences. You might think that memorable moments require big budgets. But both science and Stoicism agree, memories matter more than possessions. They shape who we are, guide our choices, strengthen our relationships, and bring joy long after material things fade. We are not what we own. We are the sum of our stories, the laughs, the journeys, the quiet hugs. Want to live better? Travel. Embrace challenges. Break routines. Spend time with those you love. That is time well spent. Invest your time in philosophy. Seneca closes his teaching with the timeless truth. Only those who dedicate themselves to philosophy are truly alive. A philosopher, a lover of wisdom, doesn't live only his own life, but absorbs the experiences of thousands who came before. Studying philosophy is expanding your awareness. It's condensed time. It's living deeply, even with fewer years. In practice, it means learning to reflect, to choose better, to respond calmly, to live with intention. You don't need to be a Greek master. Just begin with curiosity. Read Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus. Watch videos, join discussion groups, bring philosophy into your routine. Turn consumption into comprehension. And remember, education isn't just school. It's a lifelong responsibility to yourself. Seeking wisdom is the noblest way to invest your time, and the most powerful way to expand it. Life broadly, not just long time, is the most democratic resource in the world. Everyone receives it. You value it. By following these Stoic teachings, you begin to reclaim what is rightfully yours, your life. Value your time as a precious asset. Don't postpone what matters. Live for yourself. Embrace the present. Turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. Cut the useless. Create memories. Seek wisdom. You don't need a crisis to realize the value of a well-lit day. Start today. Because time is relentless, but when well spent, it's also generous. If this content made sense to you, share it with someone who also needs to reclaim control of their time. And remember, nothing is more yours than the time you choose to live with awareness.